We are set, ready to rock for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup, and these guys on your screen ready to rock as well. Some of the stars of today's game, and speaking of the game, let's get right to it. Charles and I settled here in the booth. This should be a fun one. Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a look at some of the stars here of today's game. Let's get right to it. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. A fairly short kick from the 14. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Let's go. 51, back, box, right.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On second down, Williams. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Man open, it's Moss complete. And all the way in for the touchdown. Randy Moss, 38 yards. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken in at the 3. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Murray. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On 1st down, Murray. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Again, it's Murray. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They run from the shotgun with Murray. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. 20, 10, 5, and he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. They'll give up the gut for Murray. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 1:53 remaining in this first half of play. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. 10th carry of the game now, Murray. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Up the middle, Murray. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Ronnie Lott. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
So first thing that crosses my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They go with Murray again. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. The kick by Carlson is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. A shotgun handoff. This is Murray now. And he is going to lose yardage here. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Carries piling up. It's Murray again. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A handoff. It's Murray. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now a give. This is Murray. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. They run with Murray. And he is going to lose yardage here. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And as a result, possession switches hands. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it up to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. So a big one coming now for Daniel Carlson. This to make it a two-score game. The kick by Carlson is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And some room to work. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Rodgers' throw complete here to Waller. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. Charles and I set for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as we get a peek some of the stars in today's game. Well, will they be stars? Will you be a star? We'll find out. Let's play. Here we go in a rematch of Super Bowl 48. The Seahawks and Broncos are underway. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is a really simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
Rodgers now on first down. That goes out wide to Murray. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Rodgers. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Got a man. It's Randy Moss. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Murray. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Murray. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal. Rodgers again now. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Murray. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. Now they'll run. Murray. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. They'll run for it. This is Murray. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. DeMarco Murray punching it in from a yard away. And the Broncos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A fairly short kick from the 14. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Jackson on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. They'll run it again with Barkley. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Open man here is Gentry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, just like last play. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Up the middle with Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Jackson. This will be caught inside the 10. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Another try for Barkley. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Michael Crabtree's going to go. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Broncos. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
third down. Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diab. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a peek at some of the big players in today's game. And you're a big player in today's game as well. Let's get the party started. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. On third down, Henry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. .31 yards on the punt there. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Murray. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing is Rodgers. And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there for Denver. 58 yards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. He's at the 50. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Here we go, here we go.
Again, it's Henry. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Got it.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good, and the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run from the shotgun with Murray. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Here we go. Set. Pause. Pause.
They'll try the right side with Henry. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Gano's kick is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers, and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
26.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they work this out past the 25. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Rodgers now on 1st down.
Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again.
Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Titans. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell him everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. The linebacker, Derek Johnson, in on the stop.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Gano's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
From the 24, Rodgers delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now it's Rodgers. Got a man. It's Randy Moss, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Working from the gun. Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now Rodgers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. Lawrence from his end zone. He finds his man, complete. It's Murray. And he's got some space here. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. The offense has to love that, because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Henry running right. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
On 3rd down, Murray. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts, easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Again, it's Murray. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. They've come all this way, 97 yards on the drive. Murray will take this into the end zone for a Titans touchdown. Well, we lasted all the way. And now we get a peek at some of the top players here for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready to go in the booth. We hope you're ready to go at the controls. Let's play. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. We are set, ready to rock for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup, and these guys on your screen ready to rock as well. Some of the stars of today's game, and speaking of the game, let's get right to it. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Now here goes the former Cowboy star, it's DeMarco Murray. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. 3.5 to go, first quarter. That was second down run for Murray.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Throwing now is Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Ward. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
On first down, Murray. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Stephon Gilmore dials the corner blitz and earns the sack. They'll give up the gut for Murray. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Remember last time out, they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's Rodgers. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first two drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations. That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. They'll run the counter with Murray. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Back to throw here, Herbert. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 4th down, Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Rodgers going to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Rodgers to throw. Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out, and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And this is going to be a Cowboys 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 30. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground. honed in on it and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Up the middle, Murray. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
A shotgun handoff. This is Murray now. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Herbert now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Herbert on first down now. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And the Broncos get there and take him down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They run off tackle. It's Murray. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
They snap it to Herbert. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Broncosians are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
A final shot before half for Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And Charles, a scoreless first half. How does that change how you assess things here moving forward?
Well, it doesn't change it a whole lot because, remember, it's still scoreless, which means you're starting from 0 again, so you just have one half to play instead of 2. What I would look at my play sheet, though, and see is something that maybe loosens things up for my guys, gets a smile on their faces, and gets them going to begin the second half.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. Crossing route and complete. He's got Pitts. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line. To the air again, Herbert. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll try the right side with Murray. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
A handoff. It's Murray. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. 10th carry of the game now, Murray. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They go with Murray again. 57 yards rushing for him now to this point. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll run here. It's Murray. And he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back.
Here we go on fourth. Herbert. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4, and the Bronco defense comes up big. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action because these two defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. But I think you're exactly right. We're at that stage of the game now where one of these offenses, if they make a big play, that could be the difference.
Now a give, left side. This is Murray. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third. They run from the shotgun with Murray. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Rodgers. He's got a man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a give. This is Murray. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Getting in there for the tackle, Marcus Williams. Throwing on 2nd down. Rodgers. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Throwing is Rodgers. Crabtree with it over the middle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 39.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Murray. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Again, it's Murray. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On 3rd down, Murray. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Murray. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. What pressure as this thing all rests on the foot of Daniel Carlson. And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Charles and I settled here in the booth. This should be a fun one. Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a look at some of the stars here of today's game. Let's get right to it. Evan McPherson has this one teed up. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Shotgun now for Rodgers.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. In his own end zone, it's Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Evan McPherson for the extra point.
It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. A fairly short kick from the 14. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers He's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Rodgers now on first down. His throw incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Rodgers to throw once more. They'll wind up losing 11 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Rodgers now to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw pulled in by Lamb. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. To throw again on second down. Herbert. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
On 4th down, Herbert. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and this defense will take over right at midfield. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Under pressure, and down he goes. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers to throw. Got a man, it's Randy Moss, complete. On the move past the 40. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. This is caught. It's Crabtree. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll give up the gut for Murray. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3.
A run, it's Murray. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. DeMarco Murray. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Broncos are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around.
His throw complete right side to the tight end, Parham. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Back to throw again.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Derek Johnson. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
Finding room at midfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage.
And it's intercepted.
Picked up by Divine Diablo.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbounds. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Rodgers now on first down. That is caught by Moss. Charles and I set for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as we get a peek some of the stars in today's game. Well, will they be stars? Will you be a star? We'll find out. Let's play.
And off we go from SoFi Stadium. Fields this way up at the 17. And they finally got to him at the 2-yard line. Almost coast to coast. What a great return. They'll be set up beautifully.
Well, there's no doubt that the defense has to hold their poise after that type of a big return against them. The only person probably more upset than them, the return guy. He didn't get it all the way to the end zone, going that far. You know he's really upset.
How about this for starting field position on your first drive? 1st and goal. Murray. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. Again, it's Murray. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. This opening drive has taken him to the 2, but now they come up on a 3rd and goal. Now they'll run. Murray. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Darren Waller, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Burrow now off the bootleg. That one complete to Bettis. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2, now Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow going for it on 4th. It's caught by Crabtree. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. Burrow will throw. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
On 2.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And some space to move right away as he's all the way up to the 30. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. It's Derek Johnson, the first-round pick back in 05 with a sack.
Now, that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. Wait a second. That's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all, because you want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a first down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now. Up the middle, Murray. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
That was second down run for Murray. Room here to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go with Murray again. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 44 yards on the ground for him so far.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down. They'll run here. It's Murray. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. 10th carry of the game now. Murray. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A shotgun handoff. This is Murray now. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. On first down, Murray uses the stiff arm. Detroit Pride that time gets the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run from the shotgun with Murray. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
throw with Rodgers. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 15. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. But he will not get the 2 points. He stopped up short, and that is how this first half will come to an end. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a peek at some of the big players in today's game. And you're a big player in today's game as well. Let's get the party started. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to get this out to the 25.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And, whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Johnson, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now, because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
1st and 10, it's Patterson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. To throw is Mariota. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Out of the gun, a run with Patterson. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, Mariota. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Broncos will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And he's going to come up well shy of the 1st here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Derek Johnson. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. That's such a costly interception. Nearly a pick-6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
They'll try to run with Patterson. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Cordero Patterson. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Mariota will look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it over.
Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Working from the gun, Rodgers. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 6-0 our score after 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing now is Rodgers. In trouble, and he's taken down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Rodgers got a man. It's Randy Moss, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Murray. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And he is going to have a Broncos 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this 1st half of action. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. This is caught. It's Crabtree. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll give up the gut for Murray. He will push his way down to about the 14. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. DeMarco Murray taking it in from a yard out. And the Broncos are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On 2nd and inches, Mariota got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This is caught at the 20. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. The Hall of Famer Ronnie Lott picks it. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he returns this to the 22. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. But Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. To throw Mariota. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A handoff. It's Murray. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Flushed out right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Touchdown, Broncos. DeMarco Murray. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Broncos are in for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Mariota now.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Mariota. And that will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Mariota to throw for it on 4th. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing, Mariota. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patterson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Credit the secondary, credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
And some room to roam now. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Mariota on 1st down. And they'll get this down to the 10. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
Now Mariota. And it's caught. Touchdown. Darren Waller from 10 yards out. And his guy's now just a 2-point conversion away from tying us up. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. 2nd and 10. Again, it's Murray. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Up the middle, Murray. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. That's caught by Waller out left side. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. A first down throw for Mariota. And it's caught. Touchdown. Randy Moss. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are able to strike for 6.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers at the start of the fourth quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The fourth quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. On first down, Rodgers. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Rodgers to throw. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Now Mariota. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Here's Mariota. And that's incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
He'll decide to keep this once more.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Third down, here's Patterson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Fourth down, Mariota. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Mariota to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously...